Hey, good afternoon, everyone. That's Gary here. I figure I'm trying to get comfortable in this chair. I never ever sit in this chair. Anyway, just trying to get comfortable. I never record in the afternoon, but I figured I felt inspired today. I just got back from lunch with some friends, and now I'm just going to hang out and talk to you for a while. Anyway, I hope everyone's week went really super well. It's supposed to be pretty nice this weekend in Cincinnati. And highs of 72, 73 degrees, and then the lows of 50 in the morning. I love that stuff. Well, today's episode, we're going to talk a little. I know I talked a little about two different things in two different videos. I talked about the wooden spoon in one whole episode about stirring the pot at work, and then I'm going to touch on that a little bit with this video. And I know I talked about a little bit about horse racing in one of the other videos too. And this one's going to be a lot about horse racing. I talked a little bit about horse racing there. This one's a lot about horse racing. So, for those who've never been to a horse track, and I'm gonna assume a lot of people listening to this have not. Just by collectively, I know that out of the 6 people I know that are subscribers, one has been to the track with me. One. Actually, I take that back, 2. But one goes more than the other, and they know what's going on. So that's 4 that's never been to a track, nor do they want to go. Actually, I take that back. Roger went with me one time. So anyway, I'm trying to eat lunch and talk to you at the same time, or snacks. I like beef jerky. Anyway, so every track has their live racing outside in the summer, mostly in the summer. And then inside every single track, they have what they call a race book. And the race book that's what they call it. But what it is, it's a big area. It's a big room with TV sets all over the tops, over near the ceiling and below. I mean, yes, TV sets everywhere. For people that have been to Las Vegas, you know what I'm talking about because you've seen them in the casinos. Where you can bet on sports, any kind of sports ever, anywhere. And they have TV sets all along the walls. That's called the race book. And at the racetracks that I go to, they all have that. They have TVs everywhere so you can watch the live racing in that place that's going on right now and you don't want to go outside to watch the race. Or you can watch races in New York, California, Canada, everywhere. All over the nation that any particular day there's live racing. Well, in these race books is where the true degenerate gambler hangs out. He's got a stack of papers, books, magnifying glasses because they can't see the pages sometimes, like me. Stacks and stacks of statistics and data on every given track. Not everyone, but a lot of the hardcore degenerates. And they always have one giant TV set and all these other little TV sets, but they have one giant one that's usually a premier track. And this summer it's been Saratoga. That's Saratoga, New York. They call it the Spa. Anyway, so you got rows and rows and rows and rows of seating for these guys. It's mostly guys. Some of my girlfriends that go up there with me sometimes, and I mean, they're just friends, but they happen to be females and also enjoy racing. They call it a sausage room, a sausage party, because it's always guys. Every now and then you'll see a woman in there, and it's usually because she's with another gal, because they both like racing and they're just doing it for shits and giggles. They don't go in there a lot. Or it might be a woman with her husband or boyfriend. And that's the only time you see them. You don't go to the race book if you're a dude to meet women. It's just not going to happen. You go there to bet. And then on the other side of all the TV sets, they have rows and rows and rows of these automatic machines where you can slip money in there and hit a few buttons and spit out your own ticket. Those are betting machines. Or you can go to the windows where they have actual clerks that will take your bet for you. And that's how a race book is designed. They're all the same, but they're laid out differently, but they're all the same. They all have the same theory, the whole same process. What I do is I never get a race. I never get a race form anymore. Race forms are generally every single race in America and the odds and the names of the horses and all that crap. If you've never seen a race form, it's like a dictionary. You got to really know how to read it. They don't have Braille, I don't think, but that's a joke. But these race books, they have these forms, and they're like $7 for one of these things. I would show you how I bet, but I'm recording it on my phone, my device. But I have a TVG app. It's a racing app, and you don't have to put your social security number in or anything. You just got to give them your home address and all that, and the last 4 digits of your social, and then a debit card so you can bet. You can add money to the account and bet from your phone. That's how I do it. I usually chuck in $50 every time I go. Well, what I'll do when I get my spoon out, I'll sit in the back. I'll sit in the very back row and just mind my own business and watch. And you always see 3 or 4, maybe 5 guys that are telegraphing their win. And what I mean by telegraphing their win is this. Let's say the race is going off. Let's just take some random track. The race is going off. There's always someone in there that says, "Come on, number 4. Come on, number 4. One time, one time, one time." And they're screaming for number 4. And so I'm thinking, oh, he likes the 4. So here's where Gary comes out with his big spoon. So just to add shit to the fire, what I do is, and I do this every time. And they can't do anything to me because they don't know if I got a bet in the game. And a lot of times I do it when I don't even have a bet on that particular track. So he's screaming for number 4, one time, one time. And they do this with their fingers. It's animated, man. If you want to see some really good people watching, that's where you go. And so the guy's screaming, he's making all this noise with this, he's pretending he's got the whip, he's whipping himself with his whip. No shit, they do this stuff. He's screaming for the 4, and they got another quarter mile to go before the race is over. Well, who comes up the rail, the inside track, is the 2 horse. I don't have money on it. The 2 horse is like 7-1. The 4 horse was dead odds favorite. He was the favorite, and I never bet the favorite. I would rather give my money to a homeless person than bet the favorite horse. If you $2 to win on a horse that's going off even money, you might make a nickel. I'm not doing that. I go into the race book to try to make money. So here it is, this guy betting the 4 horse. Come on, 4! Come on, 4! One time! One time, one time, one time! You know? And all of a sudden I start yelling 2. Come on, 2! Come on, 2! You got this, 2! Come on, 2. And so it's all of a sudden the guy with the 4 horse is turning around. He's looking. Who's saying 2? Who's saying that? Who's saying that? So he looks back at the screen. He's screaming at the 4. The 2 comes up and beats him by a neck. And I'm going, yeah, 2, baby. Woo! And I'm screaming for my 2 that I didn't even bet. That's stirring the pot. And the guys next to me, they know I didn't bet the race. Because they saw me walk in. They didn't see me go making any bets. They just know I'm stirring the shit, and they're loving it. Because these guys are like me. They're super quiet. They mind their own business. They don't telegraph their bets like this clown who had the 4. Oh, excuse me. I had to take a drink of water. All that screaming makes me animated, gets me all dry mouth. So, yeah, this guy with the 4, he was looking over his shoulder to where that 2 boy, where the guy had the 2. Where is he? Where is he? And the whole time I'm smiling, yeah, and I'm going, yeah, baby, yeah. And now he sees it's me, and he's giving me this look. Like the evil eye. I'm thinking, break my heart. Break my heart. And I do that shit. I do that every time I go. And there's a few guys in there that know me, and they know that I stir it up. And they love it. Because there's people that telegraph their bets. If I make a bet, and if I go to the race book and I'm betting at 1 track, I'll bet maybe 2 tracks. I like the one up in Canada, Woodbine, and I like Saratoga. I'll bet those 2 tracks. If I have a race and I have some skin in the game and I put like $5 on a horse to win, and he wins, I don't share it with the rest of the place. Especially if the horse went off 10-1 on a $5 bet, I might make $60. I'm not going to tell the whole world I had that horse. I just sit back, I chill. I'm the same way when I play slot machines. If I had if my slot machine out, and the slot machines are right outside the door of the race book. I'm not talking about slots, but I'm going to tell you. They have a volume on there where it'll go ding, 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 ding. And the machine, I turn the volume all the way down to silent. when I'm playing slot machines. Because I don't want people to know that I just made $15,000. So when they come to pay me my $15,000, I don't got to get a security guard to walk me out to my car so someone won't jump me. You don't think that stuff doesn't happen? I bet it does. You never hear about it. So anyway, back to the race book. It's cheap entertainment, people. It's cheap entertainment and it's fun. I mean, you can go outside and watch live racing and see a whole new world of entertainment. People getting super animated. I talked about that in my last video about casinos. It's fun watching people outside, but the real entertainment is inside the race book because these people have a lot of money riding on these races. A lot of money. And there's a race, there's different kinds of races you can do. They got one called a pick three. And I like doing pick threes. The pick threes you got to pick horses to win the first race, the second race, or the third race. It doesn't have to be the first, second, or third. It could be the third, fourth, and fifth. You're taking 3 races, and you're choosing horses that you think are going to win. And to do a dollar pick 3 with 2 horses per leg is $8. And that's just how it works out. Most people would think it's $6. 2, 4, 6. It's 8. I don't know how they do the equations, but it's $8. And I love doing pick 3s because they can pay some money. And so I know there's people playing the pick 3s, the pick 4s, or the pick 5s because they're telling everyone next to them, and I'm hearing this. If you ever want to see someone completely do a total meltdown, and I've seen this happen, is where you get these degenerates. And it's always the degenerates that bet the pick 5s and pick 6s because those are virtually impossible to win. If someone's got a pick 4, and this happened one time, this guy had won the first 3 legs of his pick 4, and I didn't know that until he started talking real loud to one of his buddies. Yeah, I got the first 3 races of the pick 4. Now, if this horse or this horse or this horse comes in the next race, I could win $15,000. Why don't you say that a little bit louder for everyone to hear? And the next 3 horses he wanted, he told them out loud. So now we know what horses he picked, and we're looking at the odds. And 2 of the 3 are favorites. So he's got a really good chance of making that pick 4. When I mean favorites, even money, 1-1 or 9-5 or 6-5. And then the third horse was like 10-1. And I could hear him saying to his buddy, I wish I didn't pick that 6 horse. He's 10-1. He's going to go against my chi. He's going to mess with my chi. These big words, you know. So anyways, the race goes off, and now I'm intently watching this race on the TV set because this guy is about ready to have a meltdown. All the horses that he has in this last leg, they're nowhere to be seen. They're coming around the final turn, and it's a long shot in first place, second a long shot in second place, and one of his horses in third place. And he's screaming his lungs out. Screaming. I'm not going to scream like he digs getting animated like that makes my throat hurt. And he's screaming his lungs out for this horse. What happens? Nothing. The horse doesn't win. The long shot comes in first, and the next long shot behind him came in second. He loses his pick 4. What does he do? He stands up. He has a stack of race forms. About 3 or 4 of them. Takes them, picks them up over his head, and slams them on the floor. It's like a garage sale of papers everywhere. Of what he could have won. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, that's what they call it. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. And they screamed to his buddy, I knew I should have taken that 10 horse. He was a long shot, but I liked his name. Oh, man, it's so cool because then you know he goes home and God forbid he has a dog or a cat at home waiting for him. He's going to kick those animals when he walks in the door. It's fun to watch him because for the next hour he's there. He's still running his mouth about how he had to pick 4. I had it. And I'm thinking, no, you didn't have it because you lost the last leg of the pick 4. That's what you want to say. Those are the times I keep my spoon in my pocket because someone can get real volatile then. They had all this money riding on this race. He had everything he had in his pocket on this race. He had 2 favorites in his last leg, and they didn't even fire. That's got to hurt. So yeah, in every race book I've seen, because I've been to several race books in America, and I find that the best entertainment in the world is in a race book at a racetrack. People lose their shit, and throughout the day. It's not just the first race I saw, but throughout the day. And, it's another thing I do. And people think I'm crazy. They say, Gary, that guy's crazy. Gary down there, he bets sequence numbers. So what happens is, it's the laws of average. And it has worked for me for years. And I didn't start catching on till about 12 or 13 years ago, but I started noticing it. So you might have like nine screens up on the wall. Let's say this one track, the 5-horse wins. And then you look at the results at the other tracks, and sure enough, over here, this track up here, the 5-horse won that race. And then, so the next race going off of Saratoga, you have 10 horses. Well, guess what I do? I bet the 5-horse. Because it's sequence numbers. So the 5-horse won here, the 5-horse won there. Well, let's just save the odds. But I don't bet him to win. I bet him to win, play, show. It's a $2 bet. It costs $6. I'm betting that 5-horse to come in first, second, or third. And if he comes in third, I get the show bet. If he comes in first, I get a first, second, and third bet. It's kind of hard to describe or explain. You'd have to check it out and see the payout. But I'm hedging my bet. I don't think it would be nice if he came in first, because you had 5 there, 5 here, and maybe Saratoga, the 5 will win. Well, the 5 came in second at Saratoga on that race. He didn't win. And so I got the place and the show bet. And sure enough, on the very next race after that, guess what came in? The 5. And then after that, another racetrack down there in Pennsylvania hit. There was 5. So there was 3 5s. 5 got second and 5 won. So when those numbers start coming, and if you're ever in a race book and you just want to sit back and not get a race for them, watch for algorithms. Watch for the sequence. And some of these guys have been saying for years, "Oh, Gary, you're full of shit. There's no way. That's hocus pocus. That's too scientific for me." Well, you don't see a race form in front of me, and I got a bigger stack of money in front of me than you do. It works. My friend Angie always says, "Gary, only you could take a horse that's 35 to 1 and bet it to win. Bet it $5 to win on a horse that's 35 to 1. And make $300 and something. Only you, Gary, can do that. You're the luckiest guy I know." And I say, "Angie, I don't win them all." I mean, there's been times where when Angie and I went to a track called Turfway Park. It's across the river in Erlanger, Kentucky. And they only raced at wintertime races. And one night, I bet all the long shots. I was so pissed off I didn't talk to her the whole way home. She said, and she kept on giving me shit. She goes, "Well, you can't bet the long shots and expect to win." I'm like, "Just give me a hard time here, Be my cheerleader. Say, hope it comes in. Hope it comes in, Gary." 8 races, I bet. And I was betting shots that were like 10 to 1 or higher. Didn't even come in. I was so angry. That was the first and last time I did that crap. Anyway, I just want to throw a little bit of that out there for you today. I highly recommend if any of you people out there, and I'm sure a lot of people do, they enjoy people watching. You can see people watching just about at anywhere, a festival, a state fair. I said before in one of my episodes, you want to see some real, trailer trash and good people watching. Go to the Ohio State Fair they have every year, man. That's good people watching there. Church festivals, fairs, carnivals, airports, race books. You're going to see people having a stroke or a heart attack, and they hit the ground. Is he all right? "I don't care. I got to get my bet." And they climb over the guy having a heart attack to get to the window. They would do that. They don't care. I got to get my bet in. I gotta. Degenerates. Man, I'm being serious. When I'm getting animated like that, that's how they talk. That's how they act. They lose their minds. They will push you out of the way to get to that betting machine, to get that bet in before the race goes off. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here now, and it's laundry day again. God, once a week I got laundry. I live alone. I'm a single guy, you know, but I'm real anal about my clothes being clean. I mean, I'm superstitious in a lot of ways. I mean, if I go, like I was at the track yesterday watching live racing. I didn't win one race. I bet 4 races, didn't win one race, and I was wearing, I wear a lot of black, of course, but I was wearing a purple t-shirt and black jeans. Didn't win one race. You know what I did? Those jeans and that shirt was clean when I took it out. I took it right downstairs and threw it in the laundry basket. Bad laundry basket. Those clothes were bad juju. I'm superstitious like that. Underwear, everything came off right downstairs, and I walked upstairs because my basement is below me. My gym is downstairs, and my washing machine is downstairs. Oh, then in my car in the garage. It's all downstairs, and I have a shower downstairs too. Yeah, bad juju. Stuff like if you have a losing day at the track or the casino, you take everything off that you had and put it in the laundry basket downstairs. You can't have it anywhere near you. I'm superstitious like that. Most of the time, I'm accurate with that too. Anyway, call me crazy. Just don't call me late for dinner. That's a joke. Anyway, oh yeah, I forgot I've been giving a shout out to my buddy Roger all the time in all these episodes. So hey Roger, I hope you're having a good day at work. Hope you're not working too hard. He's getting ready for Labor Day weekend sale. Oh boy, I'm glad I'm not in that store anymore. I'm glad I'm not working in grocery anymore. You know, holidays are a bear. But it's his last Labor Day. I'll give him a shout out right now because he's retiring next year. So he's going to be hanging out with me more. By then I'll have some guests on my show. He'll be one of them. He has some good stories too. All right, everybody. Have a really nice weekend. Take care of each other. Enjoy the Labor Day weekend. And make sure if you don't have anything going on, I don't know where you are from in the world, but make sure you turn on your TV and root on our Cincinnati Bengals because they're going to smash some ass in Cleveland. They're going to Cleveland Sunday and they're going to beat that ass for them. They're going to beat that ass for them bad. So learn how to say who dey. All right, enough. Gary, shut up already. I'm getting off this phone. Sorry I was eating in front of y'all. I mean, I just love this beef jerky. I can't get enough of it. Pure protein. So y'all have a fantastic weekend. Take care of each other and yourselves. Peace out. See ya.